So guys, today back from another video on the channel. Today we're here for the first preview of the 2022-23 season. Newcastle United versus Nottingham Forest in our first game in the Premier League season at home at St James's Park on Saturday. I'm honestly buzzing for the season to start again. Pre-season's all done. The real shit starts now, and I cannot wait to get back to St James's Park in a full stadium. I cannot wait. In the video we'll look at Nottingham Forest, look at Newcastle, obviously look in depth at transfers and whatnot, how we're going to line up, how they're going to line up, and give a little prediction at the end, but like we normally do. If you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would mean a lot if you could do so. Anyways boys, we're going to get straight into it now. We're going to speak about Nottingham Forest. So as we all know, Nottingham Forest were promoted from the Championship last season through the playoffs. They had a really mad season, one of the craziest ones in Championship history. First 8 games, 1 draw, 7 losses, bottom of the league. Chris Hughton, ex-Newcastle manager, gets sacked, and in comes in Cooper and does an absolutely incredible job, getting them from 24th into the top 6 and then getting them through the playoffs. Remarkable, absolutely fair play. Obviously beating Sheffield United and Huddersfield, 2 ex-Premier League teams in recent years in the playoffs. He's done an extremely good job, and the club have had a really good window so far, spending 70 million on 8 signings, a good couple of loan signings in there, 3 transfers and whatnot. They've used the transfer window wisely, I could say. They've signed some good players. Obviously we all know a big one, Jesse Lingard, obviously linked moves to Newcastle, West Ham last January and last summer, now signed for Nottingham Forest. I think if you're looking at, like, if Jesse Lingard doesn't sign for them, they've got more chance of getting relegated. There's always that one team that come up from the Championship who you've got a little bit more hopeful than the other teams. I think this season that is Nottingham Forest. Obviously they've signed Dean Henderson on loan from Manchester United, obviously with Jesse Lingard leaving Manchester United as well. They've made some good signings. When you look at the signings that they've made this summer, obviously they got rid of Samba, their goalkeeper, but obviously bringing Dean Henderson on loan. Nia Carty, the centre back from FC Mainz, he looked like a really good player. Omar Richards from Bayern Munich, a good youngster, could really develop through their squad. Obviously Lewis O'Brien obviously played for Huddersfield in that final, but then now goes to Nottingham Forest, a really good player. But they've made some good signings. Nico Williams, 20 million from Liverpool, a really good signing. But one thing that sticks in my mind with Nottingham Forest, right, we just haven't got a good track record against them in recent years, and that's one thing that's playing on my mind going at the game on Saturday. In the last 4 games we've lost 3 of them, and I 2 of them in the cup, but in the Championship, losing 2-1 with that referee game. We all know what happened there. Shelvey and Dunn obviously getting sent off, and Jamal Lascelles' own goal. Then obviously we got redemption on them, beat them 3-1 at St James's Park, goal by Matt Ritchie and a double for Dwight Gale. But then in the Carabao Cup, got beat 3-2 in a crazy game. Rolando Evans will score for Newcastle, and then the last time we've played them, we got them second round in the Carabao Cup in back-to-back years, and we got beat at their place 3-1. We all thought we were going into penalty shootout with a Rondon 90th minute equaliser, then we got beat 3-1 in the end. So little stuff like that plays on my mind with when you're going to games like against a newly promoted side that haven't been in the Premier League for over 20 years. Little things like that are the stuff that can play mind games and whatnot. I don't know if that'll go to the players and whatnot. Obviously we've got a brand new starting 11 since we last played Nottingham Forest, which is obviously life-saving with a new manager and whatnot, but little things like that play on it. But Forest will go at the game. Then I played a 5-back with wing-backs, obviously. It's like a 5-2-1-2 if you call it in FIFA terms, with a Calm and 2 strikers. Brennan Johnson last season smashing it for Wales, smashing it for Nottingham Forest. He'll be a big part of their season. They've got a lot of squad depth. Is it good enough squad depth? They've got a lot of players in their squad. Obviously Jack Colback, former Mag and whatnot. They've got a lot of players in that team to choose. They've obviously got a lot of strikers. Their new signing from Union Berlin, I can't remember his name. They've got Sam Sturridge up front. They've got Brennan Johnson. They've got a lot of options in the attacking roles of the team. Defensively they've signed some centre backs. Obviously they had Steve Cook in there, and obviously the signings that they've already had. They have got a big squad, and a squad that's ready for the Premier League, probably. Are they going to survive in the Premier League? I think you can't judge it off the first game. They're playing a very good Newcastle side. They've had a really good pre-season under a good coach and good set of players. It will be a tough test for Nottingham Forest, absolutely. It'll be a tough test for us. Their fans will will get behind their team 100%. First time going into a Premier League ground in over 20 years for Nottingham Forest. They will 100% get behind their team and want them to do the best that they can. It will be a really tough game for both sides. I can't really see much goals being in it. If there's going to be if the most goals is going to be is a 2-1, or that's it. It'll be a 1-1 or a 1-0. I can't see many more goals going in this game. But you never know. Anything can happen in the Premier League, especially in the first match week of the season. Let's speak about Newcastle then. So then, Newcastle, obviously we've had a really good pre-season. Obviously now there's not been much videos going up for pre-season from the last couple of years doing it. I've been on holiday and whatnot, I've been busy and whatnot, but we're back for the new season. This season, we are looking good. At the minute, going into the game on Saturday, are we going to make any more signings? Probably not. And if we are they going to start? Probably not. That's it, right? So we've got the predicted team out tomorrow, boys, so I don't want to try and spoil it in this video, so make sure I watch that tomorrow. But we've got a good side going into this game. We're in good spirits. We've just beat Atalanta, Atletico Bilbao, a good performance against Benfica. There's not really been a negative game in pre-season. If you include the ones behind closed doors, would be Gateshead, Burnley, Atalanta and Atletico Bilbao and 1860 Munchen, only losing to Mainz and Benfica. Looks like a good pre-season going into the new season. Injuries wise, I'll quickly say it. Shelby's injured, Manquillo's injured, and I think Carl Darlow's injured from what I've seen online. But going into the game, we need to. We all know the fans, but we're going to get behind the team. The players already know that. I can't wait to see the display that War Flags are going to be doing. It's going to be absolutely immense, but it's going to be tough going into the first 5 minutes. I think that's how you can judge a game, especially going into the new season. The first 5 minutes are crucial going into a team like Nottingham Forest, who are high paced, high quality, and will get at you. They're not a team to sit back, and they're not just going to sit back and let Newcastle always come at them. It'll be a very intense game going into the game, so we need to be on our best games, because if we're not, they will show up, because it happened last season. Even after the takeover under Eddie Howe, we went to games looking a bit sloppy and whatnot. We've got to change that, and in pre-season it hasn't really done that. It's been the opposite way around, where we've started the game really good, and in the second half it's died down a little bit, especially 2 games at home. I thought the first 2 halves were really good against Atalanta, Atletico Bilbao, but the second half we looked a bit lacklustre and gave them chances and whatnot, and obviously Atletico Bilbao scored and could have easily came back in the game, had chances. We kind of let that in the Premier League. We kind of, obviously I know there's different players playing and whatnot, we will be playing our best 11, but you can't let that happen, and I'm sure Eddie Howe will not let that happen. Obviously I don't want to say too much on the team, because obviously that's for tomorrow, but we all know the 4-3-3 system that we've been playing. It's a tough one, because there's a lot of positions in that team where you actually don't know who's going to start. You really don't. Goalkeeper probably is your left, you probably both centre backs, you could say. You don't know who's going to start with the Brazilian boys in the midfield. You don't know who's going to start on the wing. There's so many. Eddie Howe's got a tough choice going into this game, who he plays and who he trusts, because trust is the big thing going into the first game of the season, especially against Nottingham Forest, where they are going to be absolutely ready for it. I'm loving it as well. That's going to be a 3 PM kick-off, normal traditional time. Normally Newcastle United get put on a Sunday or a late Saturday, early Saturday. Shit. Nice 3 o'clock kick-off on Saturday. Love to see it. What is my prediction? What is Binksy's prediction for this game on Saturday? Obviously I'm going to be hopeful. We are looking really good. If we play our best team and we're going to get the best out of players, I'm going to go, it's a tough one, because they've got good players, Nottingham Forest, and you can see them potentially scoring a goal. I'll go 2-1 Newcastle. It's a controversial one. It could easily be a 1-0. Could be loads of goals in it. We all know what happens in the first game of the season, especially in the Premier League. But I'll go 2-1 Newcastle. Wilson, and we'll go. You know what? We'll go Wilson double to start off the Premier League season, and that is the end of the preview, boys. Make sure to leave a like, boys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would mean a lot if you could do so going into the 2022-23 season. I'll see you all for the predicted team tomorrow and the vlog on Saturday night. Have a good one, boys, and up the mags.